Hey everybody, Midwest Picker here. My name is Dave. I'm a part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator. I'm a full-time father, husband, dad. I make these videos to help people new to reselling, or if you're a veteran too. I make videos on what's sold. I also have down in the description links to how-to videos, how to list, how to source, how to research, how to determine your platform. This is a what's sold on eBay video. Why do I do these? Joey, why do I do these? He already knows the answer why. And by the way, Joey's kind of sad because as you can see, Enoch has left the building. Let me get back to what I was saying. The reason I make what sold on eBay videos is so you know what to source, so you don't waste your time and money sourcing the wrong things. People new to reselling are always asking what actually sells. I don't want to spend money sourcing stuff that just sits around for 3 years. So I tell you exactly what I bought, where I bought it, how much I paid for it, what it sold for, and how it shipped to give you an idea of what to source if you see these things out in the wild. Now, to give you an update, me and Mrs. Midwest are selling this house to buy a new house. We're not in a big hurry. It's taking several months. Right now, I think today is April 9, 2021. In about a week and a half, I'm going on vacation. It's actually a staycation. It's actually a workcation. And we're going to spend the time to get the rest of the stuff out of the house, the furniture, the big heavy stuff, shampoo the carpets, make little repairs and paint and all that kind of stuff to get the house ready to list. So hopefully, maybe by the end of April, we'll be able to list our house. Should sell super fast. We're also going to move in with the in-laws while we're in between houses, and then we'll be looking for a new house. I'll set up a new eBay office, and then Enoch will be back. Hopefully, if he doesn't get angry. Right now, he's in a storage unit, so he's probably not happy. But hey, this guy is going next. He's not going to the mother-in-law's house. No. Joey's going in a storage unit, too, with his brother Leonard, too, who's off camera and has no clothes whatsoever. So let's get into what sold on eBay. Actually, before I get into what sold on eBay, I apologize for the production quality. It's not that great. It's kind of echoey in here now because so many things are gone. The lighting's not good. I boxed up my ring light and my kind of, I don't know what you call it, big umbrella light. That's all in storage. This video is going in and out kind of yellowy and there's shadows and it doesn't look so hot, but I got to do what I got to do. And it's kind of echoey too, so I'm sorry about that too. But let's get into what actually sold on eBay. I'm also going to tell you if these sales were good, if they were meh, if they were boom, or if it was a home run. This one was good. This is a vintage movie poster, 1979, Butch and Sundance. Cost of goods about $5.25. I bought like 65 of these posters from Mr. Buys a Lot, and they do sell. They're a little long tail, but they do sell well. And I did the rare free first class shipping because there's competition for these. I know it weighs 7 ounces. It's not going to cost more than $3.95, $4 to ship it. No big deal. I took a best offer of $25. I'm trying to reduce my inventory down to about 100 items. So I was thinking about putting my store on time away, like the entire store, or I was thinking about taking all my listings down and having no listings, but still pay, my store fee because, 60 days, 3 months, who knows, it's all going to go back up again. But then I was thinking, Mrs. Midwest says, well, why don't you just cut your inventory way down to like 50 items and then delist all the rest and just keep your store up since this is very temporary anyways. So I'm going to keep some things up, but this is an inventory reduction sale. I'm putting stuff on sale. I'm taking best offers. I'm just getting rid of stuff until we get set up in the new house, the new eBay office, and then look out world because I'm going to be sourcing some very good items. I've already sourced a bunch of stuff from Mr. Buys a Lot. I didn't even open the box. I kept it sealed. It's in storage. When I get set back up again, I'm going to start listing all that cool stuff I got from Brian. This next one is really good. This is a very rare pewter belt buckle, 1975 Caterpillar, still new. This is new old stock. It has 0 damage, no scratches, just like the day it was made. These are very hard to find in very good condition. I had it listed pretty high, $55. It's actually worth more than that, but I did want to sell it. So then over time, I got a lot of offers, a lot of lowball offers, a lot of watchers. I reduced it to $45. Then I took a best offer of $30. I knew this weighed 10 ounces, so I did free first class shipping to move it faster, and it sold. Cost of goods was $5, and I got this from a Restore thrift store. Next one is a home run.
Get over his head, way back, he looks up, you can put it on the board!
This is a vintage coffee cup from West Germany, put out by CompuWare. If you're a computer nerd from the 80s, you probably remember this or have heard of this. This is extremely rare. A lot of these don't exist anymore, especially if it says made in West Germany. It's really easy to date when it was manufactured. I mean, computers didn't exist in 1949, so pretty easy to say this was early 80s. It had to exist before the wall came down. So yeah, I would say this is like 80, 81, 82, around that time frame. Cost of goods was $1. I sold it for $25.95, plus priority mail shipping on top. So if you see any vintage computer items from the late 70s, early 80s, doesn't matter what it is, it's going to sell. Now this did take a little time, took about 6 months, but computer manuals, computers themselves, the accessories, the power cables, t-shirts, people love that stuff. As a matter of fact, Dominic, Primetime Treasure Hunter, had a fantastic video explaining all this. I'll link that down below. There's different brands of computers. Back in the 80s, computers were not compatible. It was like the Wild West of home PCs, which could range anywhere from $300 to $15,000. It was insane. But everybody had their own operating system. So Dominic had one, a video with manuals for the Radio Shack Tandy computers called TRS-80. I actually used those in high school and learned how to program on those things. Ours was this big white boulder behemoth. It had 2 disk drives built in. It was crazy. But he found the manuals for that, and they sold for really good money. Like I said, I'll link that video down below in the description. But if you see anything, IBM, Xerox, Commodore, Tandy, Atari had a home PC. Lots of companies had home PCs, and none of them were compatible. I mean, at the time, there was really no reason for them to communicate. But if you created a program, like I did because I was a nerd, I made my own little video game on the Tandy computer. Well, I couldn't bring that home and stick it in the disk drive for my Commodore computer. They weren't compatible. Nothing was compatible. It was nuts. Well, now everything is compatible. It's either, Microsoft PC or it's an Apple. Those are the only 2 systems now, pretty much. So back then, I don't know, there's probably 6 or 7 different systems. It was very annoying. If your friend had an Atari computer and you had a Xerox or an IBM, they might not work together. If you made a game or had a game, you couldn't bring it to his house and play it on his. It just didn't work that way. So that's probably why the Atari, I think it's the 1600, was very popular. The home gaming system, you could buy a cartridge like Space Invaders, and if your friend had the same system, you could bring the cartridge to his house and just play it on there. So that's when consoles started taking off, the original Nintendo Entertainment System and things like that. Because of compatibility, it was much, much easier, and it was a whole lot cheaper than a home computer. Also, I remember Texas Instruments made a home computer. My aunt had one of those, very expensive, $500 or $900. That took a disk drive and cartridges. It was a crazy world back then. Next one is good. Not a home run, but good. This is a vintage food chopper.
Get to the chopper!
Cost of goods was about $1. I got this in a lot from Mr. Buys a Lot. It was kitchenware, salt, pepper shakers, just a bunch of stuff thrown together. I think I paid like $30 for over 30 pieces. So cost of goods is about $1. Sold for $14.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. The next one's kind of a meh. It was like, it was okay. I'm not really thrilled with coffee mugs or cups anymore. I used to source them a lot. Warner Brothers, Wizard of Oz, Disney. Certain ones are collectible. If you can buy it for $2 or $3, sell it for $10 or $12. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't have the room in a little eBay office to stock up all of those tiny bread and butter items. So if I source coffee cups anymore, they're going to be high value ones. And I've talked about those in the past, and in this video I talk about the CompuWare one. But when it comes to things like this, Godiva chocolate, Reese's, I'm just not going to source these anymore. To me, it's just not worth it. So this will probably be the last time you see me do a what sold video on a coffee cup that's this inexpensive. Cost of goods is around $2, maybe $3. It sold for $9.95 plus priority mail shipping on top. It was just over a pound. The buyer paid the shipping. I sourced this at a Goodwill. Next one is a home run.
Get over his head, way back, he looks up, you can put it on the board!
Cost of goods is about $1. I got this in an ephemera lot for Mr. Buys a Lot. It was just a huge box, 20 pounds, $135, over 135 items. So I think my cost of goods is about $1. If you don't know what a tobacco silk is, I've talked about these in the past. These are kind of turn of the century items, 1910, 1920-ish. It's a little piece of silk, like 2 inches by 3 inches. They came in different sizes, but they were generally small, had a sticker on the back. I don't know what the intention was. I guess you peel the sticker off and you stick these in a scrapbook. I don't know. They came with tobacco. I'm not sure if they came with cigarettes, but I know they came with tobacco. And people would collect them. They'd have Native Americans on them. They'd have birds, flowers, different themes. It was just a thing to collect. I don't know why silk, but whatever. So people do collect these. This was included in this lot. I think I had this lot listed for $34.95. I took a best offer of $25 and free first class shipping because it's really light, like 4 ounces. So if you see these in the wild, if you're at an estate sale, flea market, and you see like a little cigar box or a little tin, and you're flipping through it and it's full of buttons and marbles, and then you see a stack of these little silks and they're frayed, they fall apart real easy. The seller might not even know what they are. You might get them really cheap. If you can get them cheap, they sell really well. The number one selling tobacco silk has Native American Indians on them. A lot of like 4 to 6 of those is worth close to $100. Next one is a boom National Geographic wall map. So I sourced this from a flea market. If you saw the intro to this video, there's a little clip of me walking around the flea market with my handsome, Joey's very jealous, my handsome Hawaiian shirt with the, safari hat on. So I was at a flea market and I bought this big pile of ephemera. It filled a paper grocery bag full for like $20, and it was full of canceled checks, 8x10 black and white photos. I mean, I made a ton of money. I think I sold one photo for $20. So basically anything I sold from that grocery bag of ephemera is pure profit. And this is one thing. I had about 8 of these Nat Geo maps in this pile of paper. Estimated cost of goods, maybe 10 cents. Sold for $12.95 plus first class shipping on top. Super light. Next is a home run.
Get over his head, way back, he looks up, you can put it on the board!
3 deer spinners. Man, I've been selling these deer spinners like you wouldn't believe. So, long story, I'll make it short. I went to a Restore store. They had a box of these, like 50 of them for 25 cents a piece. I bought 13 of them because I wasn't really sure how well they'd sell. Hindsight is 2020. I should have bought them all. So the cost of goods is 25 cents a piece. So in this situation, cost of goods 75 cents. Sold for $25.35. 75 cents into $25. That's a great margin. Now, because these are like not a bread and butter item, but these are a common item for hunters, there's a lot of them on eBay. I don't know about other platforms like Amazon, but they're probably out there somewhere. So I offered free shipping just to move them quicker. 3 of them are a tad heavy, so I put them in a priority mail padded flat rate envelope. So, $7.65 I had to eat for the shipping, but hey, I don't care. My cost of goods was only 75 cents. This last one is a boom. 1 deer spinner sold to a guy. Cost of goods 25 cents, sold for $9.95. Easily goes first class in an 8x10 padded mailer. It's like, 8 or 9 ounces, about $3.85 shipping, no big deal. Same story, got it from a Restore store. So that's the video, guys. That's the update on the house. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way when I go live every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some reseller chit-chat and trivia and food tasting and who knows what, you will get a notification. And then, hit that share button. If you know anybody that would find this video helpful, if you know anybody new to reselling that might find my whole channel helpful, hit that share button and then you can shoot this video out to somebody you know. And make sure you leave a comment down below. If you have any questions whatsoever, please leave a comment. YouTube content creators love comments. Let us know you're here. I know there's people out there that watch these videos and they never ever comment. I don't know why. I'm not going to say, let's see, Rob, couple of pickers. I found out he watches my videos. He never comments. Holy cow, leave a comment. Let me know you stopped by. I would appreciate that. Joey, he's getting excited about moving. Enoch, he's not very excited. He's kind of mad that he's wrapped in plastic and he's put away. But that's the update. I'll try to keep you guys updated on what's going on. My next video might be a completely empty eBay office. Who knows? But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.